How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to more Katawa Shoujo. This is the final part of Shizune's path, and you know, I really think that we could, learn. No, not learn. So, how is everybody today? I honestly have a plan for Katawa Shoujo, since everybody seems to like Katawa Shoujo on this channel. Ignore that. That's my dog eating. I will be, starting next week, I will record Katawa Shoujo every time I get out of school. So I'll record about 15 minutes of it, and then I'm done. And then I upload it. So there won't be, I will at least make more progress than just uploading like Warframe videos or just plain old Warframe videos, and that's it. So, this is the finale for Shizune's path. I'm sorry I'm speaking in this monotone voice, but whenever it comes to the finales, I do take a serious tone to it. And honestly, it's quite new, but I have recently been taking a lot of stuff seriously now. But this is basically this is how I'm gonna start my senior year. So anyways, minus that, I'll talk about that more in an update video. But why don't we just load it up and continue. Outside, Yuko is standing around, fiddling with a tiny, modern-looking camera in her hands. It would be unnoticeable if it weren't metallic enough to reflect the sunlight. Misha calls out to her. I thought we were supposed to be looking for Shizune. Hi. I'm not gonna do that. What are you doing? I'm just taking photos of everyone. By everyone, you mean nobody. You're not gonna take any pictures of anybody. That's obvious. Thank you, Misha. Awkward. Misha, I'll never forget how you taught me that someone can hold so many secrets and still have a massive lack of tact. Where's my photo? You want a copy? I don't know. Well, only if you promise to keep it a secret, or else everyone will want one too. That happened to me in elementary school, only it was with candy. Okay, I'll take a photo of you now then. Wait, I'm not ready. I was just kidding. Oh, kidding. Chan, make a peace sign. I'm not going to do that. Who literally... Oh, you guys are... Okay, who puts... Well, if it's nighttime, yeah, it makes sense to put a flash on it, but like, who the fuck puts a flash on outside? That makes no sense at all. The camera flash goes off, blinding me. Chep, there's no food on that plate. Chep, you're... Okay, she's sniffing like meat on a plate. Yuko shields herself behind it, letting out a moan of frustration. You're not supposed to turn the flash on outdoors. She starts apologizing unnecessarily and then quietly slips away. Wait. Yes? Did you see Shichan around here? Okay, my dog's like off and on here right now. Yes, in front of the gate. Thanks. How do you not see someone in front of the gate? I can barely get it out before I have to start following behind Misha. Yeah, that's a lot of people. Fortunately, not for very long. What the fuck? The gate is barely a minute's walk from here. Even though... Wait, what? Even that... What? Okay, even though that can be tiring for me sometimes. We see Shizune with the student council. They're probably thanking her too. As soon as she sees us, she shoos them away, which is very easy since I doubt any of them can understand sign language or use it. So they're not too sad about leaving. Which in turn makes me wonder why they would thank her without someone who can. But it's the thought that counts. Well, what the fuck? Misha immediately hugs Shizune and then leans against the gate next to her. I, on the other hand, decide to hang back a little and let them talk. After all, Misha wanted to talk to Shizune this whole time. I can wait. I even turn away so I don't eavesdrop on their conversation. I just kicked my garbage can. I end up losing track of the time. When I look at my watch, it's already been 10 minutes. I already I wonder if they're done and turning around to find them behind me. What are you thinking about? Boring philosophical things that I don't want to talk about. Don't worry, I'm not thinking about it too hard. Also, I pre-recorded this and the audio screwed up, so most of the stuff I did not know how to say philosophical. I kept on saying philosophical because that sounds really weird. But anyways, good. Getting philosophical. I was gonna say it again. At the time, like this would be the worst thing you could do. Yeah, I just want to stand here for a bit. It's relaxing. You think everything's relaxing. It was a busy week. Not really. Not for me. Oh boy. I know that they must have been busy, but I think I know what I want to do now. And when it hit me, I didn't feel particularly fired up or anxious. It is the opposite. I feel at peace for the first time in a long time, and I want to savor that feeling a little more. I think that I want to teach here. As soon as I thought this, a long winding road appeared in my mind, an uncertain road that leads back here. I wonder if I'll be able to meet someone in the future like me, someone filled with bitterness. I want to talk to that person since I can't talk to myself. I want to tell them that life is too short, something that couldn't be told to me, only shown. I want to do it without pity. If I had been pitied, I'm sure that I'd have only died a little more than I think about that first week. I still think about how well it went, so well that it could only be called the result of kindness. I feel like I want to show others the same kindness. And I also want to keep chasing Shizune. Why would you want to keep chasing her? You guys are both together. That makes no sense. What did the new student council want, Chichan? It's hard to daydream when you have to deal with Misha's voice. Ugh. I didn't know that they had someone who knew sign language. They don't. I think it was most likely just a goodbye, so I appreciate it even though I couldn't tell them. How did you know I was here? Is it supposed to be a secret? It's a secret. Anyway, we just asked Yuko. Did she take a photo of you too? Yes, without asking me first, since Yuko doing any spur of the moment is rare, though I'll let it go. Why does her face turn into a cat face and then like those digits, like instead of like a oh, now that's just like I hate you face, it's like hey, and I put it sideways and make it look like she's a robot. She snaps her fingers more because I think she likes it than out of realization of an idea. We should take a photo of the three of us. We haven't taken a student council photo yet. Now's the perfect chance. I think I can't pronounce P's, but if I have to look at this picture a year from now, I don't want staring back at me. Oh, I get it. Okay, staring back means just like, why am I here? I don't want to be here. I'm just gonna stare at this photo. Stare at the camera person. What does that mean, Chan? Pictures are supposed to capture the moment, isn't that right? Without a doubt, they're not portraits. Just standing around would be so stiff, it wouldn't even capture how I feel. Wow. I feel like we'll meet again, so this isn't an occasion to take such a serious photo. It should be a see you later type of photo, not a big deal. It should be something more festive. Oh boy. Like this, follow me. She didn't poses like Musketeer so quickly that I'm sure even she knows it's silly. Oh fuck. Do we really have to do that? Dude! Such a cheesy pose. I can't think of no better pose. Misha, go find Yuko. I don't like this pose either, but I think it's kind of nice. That doesn't even make sense. Okay, it makes sense because you don't like it, but it does look nice, but you don't want to do it because I'm that type of person like, hey, we're gonna do a pose. I don't want to do a pose. I want to stare at the camera like, hey, I'm not having a fun time. But, I guess, why not? She's already gone and returns dragging Yuko behind her. The flash is off and a red LED blinks 3 times above it after Yuko's finger presses the button. Shizune glances at both of us to make sure we have the timing down. Synchronized watches, we jump. That's not jumping! You don't even look like you jump, you just move your leg. You just moved his legs like, hey, I'm gonna move my right leg here and then stick my right arm up like, hey. I bet that turned out excellently. Okay. Triple dots. Now let's go get one with Yuko too. No, please. That sounds really bad. That's not necessary. I want a copy of this photo too. I'll likely die younger than the average person. My life could unexpectedly burn out at any time. I don't have any time to waste, then I want to live as much as possible. I also want to see other people smile from what I've made and done. Living vicariously through the happiness of others doesn't seem so bad. Feeling joy through another person's happiness doesn't seem like such a bad thing. It's the easiest way I can think of to draw out my own life and give it distinction. Maybe this is the meaning that Shizune has found for herself, although it's just my theory. People find themselves alone often in their lives and without direction. However, people can take refuge in moments of happiness. They can dot a person's life like stops on a train map, or waypoints of memory on a long trail. These individual moments, on reflection, can give a person's life fulfillment. Every friend and festival and joyful meeting and joyful party. I want to be able to ask Shizune one day if I'm right. I want to spend the time I have with her. Finally, I want to make Shizune smile for herself. I love you. I pause, wondering if she'll look at me, confused, and ask why I say it out of the blue. She doesn't. Did they do that reunion thing here? Of course they do. A student council member should know that. Sooner than that, though, okay? Both of you. I'm tired of seeing Misha's like motion changing from, hey, I got my hand up one, and then I have my hands on my hip, and I got it back up in the air. Right. Yeah. Yuko, you do the pose too. Afterwards, we can go for tea. Shizune laughs as if she doesn't have a care in the world. Misha's laughter joining with hers as easily as if it were her own. We'll meet again. Oh boy, did something fall? At least something fell. So, now Shizune's path. That was her ending. So, this is what I have to say about it. Oh Jesus, you gotta be kidding me! Okay, I just had like a little flashback of Hanako's ending. So, this has been Shizune's path, and honestly, I really enjoyed it. Even though I have to say I could relate to it as of right now. Not like, oh, I don't have any experience of it, and honestly I didn't take this path as seriously because, you know, I was a junior. Not really, that doesn't really affect anything, but it was more of like I couldn't really think of anything that I could really relate to as of like school life and everything is he still trying to call? As of right now, I would honestly say that, you know, Katawa Shoujo, Shizune's path really made me open my eyes at the end of it, since, you know, it's their final year there, and they're like spending as much time as possible with each other, and that honestly reminds me of, as of right now, senior year. I honestly I could only remember my freshman year, but that's when, you know, I was just like, hey, I don't know what to do here. But anyways, I really feel like that Katawa Shoujo really made me think about all my life choices. Well, most of the choices I have, and most of them, mostly, including like all the separations and everything like that. And since it's my senior year now, all my friends are like, hey, we should all do stuff together from here on out until we see each other again after high school. And really, this just made me think about it more, that I don't have much time being a senior, hanging out with my friends after we do our little split amongst each other. And honestly, that's pretty scary, but you know, that's how life goes. You can't really cling on to other people as much. But you know, it's actually pretty interesting coming from me, that I started Shizune's path as a junior and now I'm a senior, and that definitely showed I kind of did take some parts serious, but when it came to Misha, I just couldn't stand it. But anyways, it was just like, you know, I could relate to it at some point in time. I know that sounds cheesy, but you know, in some point in time, like, most likely my friends are gonna do the same thing. We're gonna say we will see each other sometime in the later future, but we don't know when. We might run into each other and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And it's pretty interesting seeing this type of stuff. Like I could this could be, if you guys are seniors as of right now, or if you guys watch this video as when you guys are seniors, and if you guys even play through Katawa Shoujo and you guys are seniors, I would recommend going to Shizune's path first, because most of the stuff you could be easily related to, because they're basically, all of them are best friends, in that they, you know, they all don't know what to do, but they all have the same thing in common, and that when it comes to this type of stuff, it's just, you know, you can't really rely, or, you know, you're not even sure if you're gonna even see your friends ever again after high school. And that's the scary part. You don't know if they're going to die, or if they're going to be like, you know, they don't know where they're going to end up, you know. And that's what kind of happens in life, you know. You can't really expect much. So as a senior, if you guys are like the lower classmen, as a freshman, sophomore, junior, I would say, if you're not doing anything with your friends at all during freshman, junior, sophomore year, then make senior year a very memorable. Make senior year the most fun you will have at school with your friends. And I'm doing that now, because we're all planning a lot of stuff, and hopefully it goes through, because a lot of us really might not see each other ever again. So, you know, if you guys want me to, I'll do some other stuff. So that's what I think about Shizune's path. It's more of, if you have more stuff under your belt, then it makes you feel like, I get it, I definitely get it, you know. So since I'm done with that, I would say that I'm going to be doing Rin's path next week, as I said in the beginning of the video, and as well as, once I'm done with Rin's path, I'll do a compilation of all the good endings, all my reactions all together of the endings, on the good endings, once I'm done with Katawa Shoujo Rin's path. And, you know, sometimes some stuff has to end, so that means I have to find another visual novel, something that you guys might like me to play. I find it after I'm done with Katawa Shoujo, but after that, most likely I'm just gonna go back to recording stuff with Fraps. But from time to time, I will record some other series if I have the time. So this has been Shizune's path, and honestly, I really feel like I've changed a lot. I definitely feel like I changed a lot.